Hi, my name is Lakshmi and I head the experience team here at Indiahikes. In this video, I want to talk about 3 things that I do not want you to bring on our trek. Let me start by sharing why I do not want you to bring these 3 things on the trek. It is very simple. This particular thought comes from our vision. Our vision is that we want everyone to trek because we strongly believe that when trekkers go on the trek, it can create lasting impact, very positive impact on the person. However, now if you see how treks are being done, we really see that our trails are suffering. There is being lasting damage that is being done to the treks, and mostly it is because of this non-biodegradable waste that ends up on our trek. So at Indiahikes, we take it very seriously and we have made a very serious commitment to leave the mountains better than we found them. This comes from our Green Trails initiative, and it is our vision and our mission to ensure that we leave no stones unturned to ensure that when we trek sustainably. And this is where the thought also comes in, where we are asking you to not bring these 3 items on the trek. Primarily because if you don't bring these 3 items on the trek, I can guarantee and tell you that our trek will largely be a zero waste trek from your side. And that has a huge impact on the mountains. Having said this, now let me share what those 3 things are. It's quite simple actually. The first item that I do not want you to bring on our trek is packaged food. This includes protein bars, chocolates, even packaged nuts, dry fruits, anything that comes in a packaged form. We do not want you to bring them on the trek. Why? Primarily because when you finish eating those items, we tend to leave these behind in the mountains. Even though you might say that, you know what, I'm going to take it back with me, it is just going to end up in the city. Right? And it is going to end up creating damage to the environment. And that is one of the biggest reasons why we are strongly encouraging you to not bring any packaged food on the items. In fact, Indiahikes, we are known for providing delicious food that is going to keep you stuffed all through the trek. In fact, we are known for making sure that trekkers go back gaining weight rather than losing weight from the trek. So when I say this very strongly, do not bring any packaged food on the trek. The second item that I do not want you to bring on the trek is wet wipes. People tend to use wet wipes when they go for the toilet, and it's very convenient. However, on our treks, we use bio toilets. These are composting toilets. And the one thing that we do with our toilets, because we want to be sustainable, is that we re-dig the same pits again and again and again. So when you use wet wipes in our toilets, these wet wipes do not decompose. So while the poop has decomposed, the wet wipes don't. So when we re-dig the pit, we end up actually digging out a lot of the wet wipes that you have left behind. And let me tell you this, it's a very, very unpleasant and perhaps a very inhumane thing to do when we have to clean out all of those wet wipes back from the toilet pit. And that's one of the reasons why we are asking you not to bring wet wipes on the trek. Now you might ask, there are these biodegradable wet wipes that are out there. Can I bring them on the trek? In fact, we have tested out, and repeatedly in our tests, we have found that even the biodegradable wet wipes do not degrade in the mountain conditions. They remain the same for a span of 6 months to 1 year, and that is the time when we keep reusing the pits. So just to ensure that we make it a safe environment for ourselves to reuse these pits, do not bring wet wipes on the trek. Bring toilet paper instead. And our trek leaders know a wonderful trick to tell you how to use a toilet paper to almost give you the same benefit that a wet wipe does without causing environmental damage. The third thing that I do not want you to bring to the trek is sanitary napkins. Of course, it is a touchy topic. It is not easy. If not for sanitary napkins, what can I bring in? And this is where I am not going to put it as a strict no, but I'm going to ask you to try perhaps to use a cloth pad instead of a sanitary napkin while you're going on a trek. In fact, all of us at Indiahikes use menstrual cups, and I know that menstrual cups are not very easy to get into, but cloth pads are easy to get into and they're very easy to switch to as well. So maybe this is a time for you to give cloth pads a try, and maybe that can help you be sustainable long beyond the trek as well. However, if you still feel uncomfortable about using a cloth pad, please make sure that you're bringing in a Ziploc bag as well as newspapers to pack and carry back the sanitary waste back to your city and dispose it safely. We cannot leave them back in our trek primarily because of two reasons. If you are leaving them behind in the trek, it attracts animals because of the blood. And we have seen them dig out the pits to take out the sanitary pads. And I've seen a lot of times dogs eating the sanitary pads because they smell like blood. And it is going to harm the wildlife and it is going to pose danger to us as well. That is one of the reasons why we cannot leave them behind over there. Even if you're bringing it back because you are giving it to us to dispose it safely, that also is very difficult for us to do, primarily because we collect waste until we reach a critical volume and then we take it down to the city to dispose it. And as you know, sanitary pads, we cannot keep them that way for so long. So it makes it very inevitable for you to take it back to your city and dispose it safely. So I hope you understand why we do not want you to bring these three things on the trek. Of course, you might feel that we are being very strict, but I tell you that keeping these mountains clean is one of the most challenging aspects of our work, and we take it very seriously. And we really hope that you will join us on this journey to leave the mountains better than we found them. So if you do bring it on the trek, you might be asked to leave it behind at the base camp, and we will ask you to take it back with you back to your cities. And I hope you will be okay with that. And I hope together that we can leave the mountains better than we found them. Thank you.